Welcome to my YouTube channel, Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. Today, I am presenting a landmark Supreme Court judgment delivered on 25th August 2025 in the case of Ravindra Pratap Shahi v. State of Uttar Pradesh and others. This judgment sets strict timelines and accountability guidelines for all high courts of India regarding delayed reserve judgments and will have a major impact on the Indian judicial system. Let's understand this important case in full detail. Case details. Case title: Ravindra Pratap Shahi v. State of UP and others. Case number: Criminal Appeal numbers 3700 to 3701 of 2025. Bench: Justice Sanjay Karol and Justice Prashant Kumar Mishra. Date of judgment: 25th August 2025. Citation: 2025, INSC 1039. Jurisdiction: Supreme Court of India. Appeal from Allahabad High Court. Background of the case. The matter began in the Allahabad High Court. The case was heard and arguments were completed on 24th December 2021, after which the judgment was reserved. However, the judgment was not delivered even after more than a year. Despite filing 9 separate applications to have the matter listed and decided, there was no result. The delay caused serious prejudice to the appellant, Ravindra Pratap Shahi. When the matter reached the Supreme Court, it raised serious constitutional concerns about judicial delay, which violates the right to speedy justice under Article 21 of the Constitution. Issues before the Supreme Court. 1. Can unreasonable delay in pronouncing a reserved judgment violate fundamental rights and judicial discipline? 2. What remedies or procedures can ensure timely delivery of judgments in high courts? 3. Should there be monitoring and escalation mechanisms for judgments pending beyond 3 months? Supreme Court observations. The Supreme Court observed: the delay of more than 3 years after reserving judgment was extremely shocking and surprising. Such prolonged silence undermines the credibility of the judiciary. Justice delayed at this stage equals justice denied, especially when the case has already been argued and is awaiting decision. The court criticized the practice where only the operative part of a judgment is pronounced while delaying the reasoned order, calling it unfair and improper. The court held that constitutional courts must not fail in their duty of timely pronouncements after reserving judgment. Key directions and guidelines issued by Supreme Court. 1. 3-month deadline. Every high court must pronounce reserved judgments within 3 months of hearing completion. 2. Registrar General's reporting duty. If a judgment is not delivered within 3 months, the Registrar General must bring it to the notice of the Chief Justice of that high court. 3. 2-week redelivery period. Upon such notice, the Chief Justice shall direct the concerned bench to deliver the judgment within 2 weeks. 4. Reassignment of case. If the judgment is still not delivered, the Chief Justice must reassign the case to another bench for fresh hearing and disposal. 5. Monthly reserved judgment list. Each High Court registrar must maintain a monthly record of all reserved judgments and forward the list to the Chief Justice. 6. Judgment must include reasons. Courts cannot merely announce, allowed dismissed, and delay the detailed reasoning. Reasoned judgments must be delivered together. 7. Binding on all high courts. These guidelines are now mandatory and applicable to all high courts across India. Reference to previous judgment. This ruling reaffirms and strengthens the precedent laid down in the 2001 case Anil Rai v. State of Bihar, where the Supreme Court had first discussed the problem of delays in delivering reserved judgments. Significance of the judgment. Protects the fundamental right to speedy justice. Introduces accountability and transparency in the judicial process. Equips litigants with a procedure to escalate delays. Promotes judicial discipline and public trust. Lays down a standard operating procedure for dealing with long-pending reserved judgments. Practical impact. High courts will now face time-bound responsibility to deliver judgments. Litigants and advocates can demand accountability if their matters are kept reserved indefinitely. Judges will need to manage their judgment writing schedule efficiently. Strengthens the public's confidence in the legal system. Challenges ahead. While this is a powerful judgment, the success depends on implementation at the High Court level, monitoring by Chief Justices, adequate court staff and support systems, avoiding misuse or overburdening of court administration. Conclusion. This judgment is not just about one case, it's about judicial accountability, systemic reforms, and access to justice. Every litigant in India deserves a verdict within a reasonable time, and the Supreme Court has now taken a firm step in that direction. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more legal insights. I will meet you in the next video soon. Jai Hind!